Hello everyone, welcome to the video tutorial series of the wireless communication. I am your instructor Varshata. Let's start our today's lecture. Today we are starting the unit number 1, that is Introduction to Wireless Communication and the System. So let's learn about this unit in this lecture. So at the end of this video, you will be able to learn about the wireless communication. What is wireless communication? What are the applications of the wireless technology? Then we will see the mobile computing. What is mobile computing? Then we will see the evaluation of the mobile communication and which are the factors that drives the wireless evaluation and growth story of the mobile history. Okay, so today we will see just basic introductions about this wireless communication and what is the history of this. So let's start our lecture today. So first of all, wireless communication. Okay, so here from this figure, just you can generalize what is wireless communication. Okay, so here you can see the no wired connection is there. Okay, so users are using the Wi-Fi network or internet connections, okay, without wire. So this is possible in this era. Why? Because there are so many technology developed that provide such type of facility. Okay, you can see the Bluetooth connection is there, Wi-Fi connection is there, WiMAX is there, okay, broadband is there. So numbers of technology is available through which now this mobile communication and wireless communication is possible. Okay, so let's start our lecture. So what is wireless communication? Okay, so wireless communication, how we can define? Wireless communication is the fastest growing and most vibrant technological area in the communication field. Okay, while the wireless communication is the method of transmitting the information from one point to another point without using any connections like wires, cables or any physical medium. Okay, so suppose you are at your home and you want to transfer the data to your friend without any wired connection. You have a mobile phone, your friend have a mobile phone. Okay, and both of you can transmit the data without any connections in between your mobile phone. In the connection, that means in terms of the physical connections. Okay, so without any physical connection, you can transmit the data from your device to your friend's device. Got it? So this is what the wireless communication, and this is possible in the terms of in this era of the wireless communications. Without any physical cable, we are able to transmit the data. Okay. Some of the commonly used wireless communication system in our day-to-day life, there are mobile phones, GPS receivers, remote controls, Bluetooth audio, and Wi-Fi, etc. Okay, you are using the Bluetooth headphone also. Okay, you can use the wireless mouse also. These all are the examples of the wireless devices. Okay. Now, which are the applications of the wireless technology? Okay, so it is a GPS units. Okay, then wireless keyboard mouse. Then you can use the wireless headset also. You can use the Bluetooth headset. Okay, so using the Bluetooth technology, your headset is connected to your mobile device and you can listen the music, you can talk to your friend, etc. Then satellite televisions and broadcast television, then cordless telephones. So these all are the applications of the wireless technology. Now let's see the mobile computing. Okay. So here you can see mobile computing, that means this connects all such type of devices, whether it is a laptop, cell phone, printer, okay, then this is the mobile tower. This all are connected together to provide some type of, we can say that some type of data communications. Okay, so this all are connected through the mobile computing and they are using this type of wireless medium, whether it is a Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, mobile tower or any broadcast mechanism. Okay, so through this mechanism, this all devices are connected to each other and we are able to transmit the data from one device to the another device. Now, mobile computing is a technology that allows the transmission of the data, voice and video via computer or any other wireless enabled device without having to be connected to the physical link. Okay, so there is no any fixed physical link, and still we are able to transmit the device. We are able to transmit the data in between the mobile devices. So that is known as the mobile computing. The main concept involves, first one is the mobile communication, second one is the mobile hardware, and third one is the mobile software. So the main concept include the mobile communication. We should have the communication between all such type of devices, and this communication is possible because of this type of mobile hardware. Means you have the mobile device, you have the laptop, you have the iPad. This is what the mobile hardware that you can carry whenever wherever you are going. Okay, so you have such type of mobile hardware, and you have the facility of the mobile communication. So through that you can access the services. But to access the service, you require the software. In your mobile phone, you have the applications. Okay, so you have the Google Chrome applications. Okay, you have different applications through which you are able to communicate with the mobile devices. Got it? Okay, so mobile communications refer to the infrastructure put into the place to ensure that the seamless and reliable communication. This would include the device such as protocol, service bandwidth, protocol, services, bandwidth, and portals that is necessary to facilitate the support and stated service. Okay, so this media can be used that is unguided or wireless medium. The infrastructure is basically radio wave oriented. This is the wireless communications. That's why we are using the unguided or wireless medium. Unguided, that means no cable is there, and guided, that means the cable connection is there. Okay, so this is the second type of the transmission medium that we are going to use in the wireless communication, because it is a wireless communication. So that's why it is known as the unguided communication. Okay, so mobile hardware includes the mobile stations or the devices component that receive or access the services of the mobility. Devices like the laptop, smartphone, tablet, PC, personal digital assistants that you can carry. Okay, so that all are the what? Mobile devices. These devices have the capable of sensing and receiving the signals. Okay, so then only we are able to communicate, because if it doesn't have the facility like sensing and receiving the signals, then we are not able to communicate. In your mobile phone also there is a transmitter, there is an antenna, or there is a receiver which is going to receive the signal, which is going to transmit the signal. Okay, these devices are configured to operate in full duplex means then sensing and receiving the signals at the same time in the wireless network. Okay, next mobile software. So mobile software is the actual program that runs on your mobile devices. So through that mobile software, that means it provides a user interface. So by that user interface, you are going to access the applications. You are going to access this internet, this facility that is available around you. Okay, so in other terms, it is the operating systems of the appliances. It is the essential component that operate the mobile devices. You have the mobile phone, but in your mobile phone, if you don't have the operating system, then what will happen? If you have PC, in your PC, if you don't have the operating system, then what will happen? Okay, so each and every device requires such type of operating system which provide the base to install different types of software that we require. Okay, so it is the essential component that operate the mobile devices. It deals with the characteristics and requirement of the mobile applications. For examples, the manufacturers of the Apple iPhone OS, okay, Google's Android OS, Microsoft Windows Mobile, etc. So here you can see that these are the different examples of the operating systems. Okay, now let's start with the evaluation of the mobile communication. Till now we have learned about what is the wireless communication, what is mobile computing. Okay, so now let's learn about the evolution of the mobile communication. A brief history of the evolution of the mobile communication throughout the world is useful in order to appreciate the enormous impact that cellular radio and personal communication service will have on all of us over the next several decades. Okay, we have the services from the next several decades. Okay, but at that time the services is very less in facility, but now we have the advanced facility in such type of services. Wireless communication is enjoying its fastest growth period in history. due to the enabling technology which permit the widespread deployment. Okay, so historically the growth in the mobile communication field has come slowly and has been coupled closely to the technological improvement. Okay, so here now you can see we have the 5th generation technology. Okay, so you can see the 5th generation era is started now. Okay, the ability to provide the wireless communications to the entire populations was not even conceived until the Bell Laboratories developed the cellular concept in the 1960 and 1970. This all not be present if the Bell Laboratories has not developed this concept. Okay, so because of that, Bell Laboratories, they have developed the concept regarding this technology. So right now we have the change in that technology and we have the different type of technology that is available with us. With the development of the highly reliable and miniature solid state radio frequency hardware in the 1970s, the wireless communication era was born. So the wireless communication era was born in the 1970. The recent exponential growth in the cellular, radio and personal communication system throughout the world is directly attributed to the new technology of the 1970s, which are mature today. That means you can see now we have the mature technology, that is a 5th generation technology, 4th generation technology that we are using right now. Okay, the market penetrations data show how wireless communications in the consumer sector has growth in the popularity. So here you can see this figure shows the different types of technology that invented in this year. So here you can see this different type of technology, that is a cable televisions in the 1948, television in that is in the year of the 1946, automobiles in the year of these 1900, then this telephone that is in year of the 1877. Okay, so these are the different technology that is evaluated in the different years, so that is defined over here. Now mobile phone has emerged into smartphones. Before we have this simple mobile phones, okay, and they now become a smartphones, and technology evolutions factor has shifted to the mobile phone from the shifted to the mobile broadband from voice. Now here you can see the different evolutions of the mobile apps. Okay, we total 5th phase is there for evaluations of the app. In first phase we have the very limited customization is allowed, and here the embedded systems like the on the mobile devices, like we can say there, take the example of the calculator. Okay, say in second and third phase user can customize the device as per its own preference. Okay, so device specific need is that. So in second phase the device specific bundled app is that, like the FM radio. In third phase we have the OS specific apps like media players and etc. Then apps proactively customize the device as by studying the user's pattern. Okay, so according to the user's pattern, app is customized. So now you can see if you want your own app, you can develop on your according to on your features. Okay, so whatever the requirements you want in your application, that you can develop right now. Okay, so that era is started since long. So in fourth phase and fifth phase, in fourth phase we have the cloud-based app, mobile devices. Okay, we can say take the example of the online gaming, and in fifth phase that we have the different app according to the user's requirement. Okay, so these are the different phase evaluations, different app evaluations of this fifth phase. Now, which are the factors that are driving the wireless evaluation? Okay, so here we can see these are the different factors that higher data rate requirement. Okay, why? Because mobile broadband has surpassed the desktop internet. Media streaming, network gaming, and video conferencing we can do using this mobile devices. So we require the high data rate. Then next one is it's reduce the latency for the real-time applications. That means you have the always on-time connectivity with Facebook if you have installed the in a mobile device. It's with Instagram. Also, we can take the different example that you have the online connectivity. Then rapid growth in the numbers of mobile subscribers. In the current era, we have around 158 millions of the mobile subscribers. Okay, so rapid growth in the numbers of the mobile subscribers. Reduce cost per bit through improved spectral efficiency, then high performance mobile computing requirement, okay, and the scalable architecture to support the cost effective solutions. So these all are the factors that driving the wireless evaluation. Now here you can see the wireless technology evaluation. Okay, now we are in the current era of the technology is the 5th generations. Okay, so here you can see the 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G and 5G is developed. In 1G technology, that is a simple analog telecommunication that is developed around 1979. Okay, in 2G we have the text and messaging that is developed at 1991, and in 3G that mobile and wireless internet connections is possible, that is defined in the 1998, and 4G that is a cloud IP and truly mobile broadband that is invented around the 2008. Okay, and 5G we have the unlimited data capacity and that is invented in the 2019. Now let's learn about the growth story of the mobile history. Okay, so 25 years of the mobile phones, we can take this story as a 25 years of the mobile phones. So India's journey becoming world's second largest smartphone market. So which one is the first largest market? Of course, China. Okay, so it all started in 1995 when India first ever mobile phone call was made between Kolkata and New Delhi. Okay, so 25 years ago, the first ever mobile phone call was made in India when the West Bengal Chief Minister Jyoti Basu sitting in the writers building in Kolkata and spoke to the Union Telecom Minister Sukram at the Sanchar Bhavan in the New Delhi. So it was the first phone call made, and it is made on the technology that is a GSM network and the GSM network and between two Nokia handset over the Modi Telstra's mobile net services. Okay, so at that time, first time the Nokia headset is used for doing this communication, and this sparked the beginning of the telecom evolution and revolution in India. A movement spread by the likes of the Jio, Airtel, Vodafone, Idea and BSNL today. This numbers of this organization is available right now. So back then the mobile phones were expensive. Why? Because the custom duties are added, make up around the 60%, and after that sales tax is added and turnover tax is added. So that's why the mobile phone become very costly. But by February 2017, Jio has started to take place in the market. Okay, so by February 2017, Jio had acquired the 100 millions of the subscriber. Okay, and you know the story. Okay, so its entering the market triggered a massive reduction in the data price across the network, accelerating the smartphone adoptions all over the India. Okay, so all over the India, all the users are taking purchasing the smartphone because they provide the very data rate at very low price. Okay, and in starting they are providing the free data. Okay, you just have to purchase a new card and you have the free data for that. Okay, so today Jio is the largest mobile network operator in the India, and reaching 158 million shipments. India became the second largest smartphone in the market, and the first largest smartphone market is China. Okay, so in this video we have learned about the wireless communication, then we have learned about the applications of the wireless technology, then we have learned about what is mobile computing, then we have learned the evolutions of the mobile communication and which are the factors driving the wireless evolution. Then we have learned the growth story of the mobile history. Okay, so these are the basic introductions about the wireless communication. Okay, so thank you for watching. We will meet in the next lecture with a new topic. Thank you.